His Excellency Sir Patrick, who is an investment banker and angel investor, is the co-founder and chairman of Empire Trust, which is a financial and investment arm of the Empire of David, and is in the process of joining with international investors to launch a new Israeli automotive manufacturing company that boasts of an industry-disruptive business model. We will give our customers what they want, your car your way, Empire Motors, which is undergoing preparation for a SPAC IPO merger. https://empiremotorworks.com. Sir Patrick, among all of his other duties, is leading a special task force to end the silent Nigerian genocide for World Peace Tracts, an international World Peace Diplomacy NGO with over 700 ambassadors worldwide. Yosef Yomtov, who is the founder of World Peace Tracts, said, "The world has turned a blind eye to the deliberate and systematic slaughter of Christians in Nigeria. The UN, the ICJ, ICC, the United States and the EU have all collectively failed in stopping this genocide and are now playing an enabling role by their continuing to do business with the ruling Nigerian regime. Thanks to philanthropists such as HRH Sir Patrick Bijou and LAHOUCINE GOGHROD, we have launched a world-class investigation. While the world is searching in the dark for answers to undefined questions, a light of hope is emerging that will guide humanity upwards to a greater plateau of prosperity and enlightenment, and that platform is the worldwide, universal and everlasting kingdom and empire of David," said Sir Patrick, who went on to say this light which has been promised long ago is emerging in our time. World Peace Tracts is pushing for a renewed Pan-African peace accords for a more comprehensive peace agreement that will eclipse the failed Juba peace agreement negotiated by the Friends of Sudan Consortium of the Nations. The leader of the SPLR, Chairman LAHOUCINE, did not sign the peace agreement that was never implemented, citing problems and issues with the peace agreement that have all come to pass. The agreement does not include cross-border refugees, nor is there any mechanism for implementation, said Chairman of the SPLR. The Juba peace agreement was never implemented, and since then, the country has been the victim of a violent coup that has taken over the reins of government while the people call for freedom on the streets. Sir Patrick, who chairs the Pan-African Peace Accords Special Committee, in collaboration with Oromia University, the largest state university in Ethiopia, said, "It is imperative that we listen to all of the stakeholders and produce a wider amended Juba peace agreement that will be accepted and signed by all of the parties involved, particularly voices of regional and cross-border tribal and military leaders such as the SPLR. World problems require world leaders in philanthropy, leaders who do not seek their own but are willing to sacrifice all that they have, their lives, their fortunes and their sacred honor, to achieve a better world for humanity, free from tyranny, a world that respects human rights endowed by the Creator and the right to pursue happiness." Institutional philanthropic organizations, such as the ones that the world's top billionaires launch, are not a vehicle to express their humanity but mostly a way to make more money while calling it charity. All the studies show that companies that give to charity benefit in material and other practices that far outweigh their expenditures on charitable causes. When Sir Patrick was asked to share his views on the status of the world, he gave a rather mixed response. The Russia-Ukraine war, the supply chain disruption and rising inflation are all sources of world anxiety that are giving the populations of the world cause for concern that there is something amiss with the world systems of governance, said Sir Patrick. The world is at a precipice of change and faces problems not seen in our time. From more lurking pandemics, an Orwellian world tyranny to nuclear war by inept world leaders over regions and interests that the rest of the world has no direct interest in. Sir Patrick went on to exclaim, "It is incumbent upon all of us to extend a helping hand to a fellow human being in need or to an animal in distress that looks up to us and depends on us humans to act accordingly," exclaimed Sir Patrick, who is a staunch environmentalist and spokesperson for animal welfare. Sir Patrick Bijou is a world-renowned author, investment banker, philanthropist, and most recently recognized as Prince of the Empire of David, is a man driven by a passion for serving humanity, the animals and environment that we were entrusted with. Sir Patrick Bijou explained how the UN and democratic forms of government have failed to secure their stated goals of world peace and human rights. Said Sir Patrick Bijou, who holds legal citizenship and is a royal subject and Prince of the Empire of David,